but it's almost $6 trillion on the sidelines. That's something in the neighborhood of probably 20% of the total S&P valuation. So it could have a significant impact in the event that it were deployed.
Yeah.
My bull case would be if my bull case is FOMO, right? You put it that way when we were talking ahead of the record. Fear of missing out, right? If we see strong leaders continue to drive a bull market where we return maybe another 10% this year, or even maybe 8% for the balance of the year, so not counting returns so far, fund managers are going to have to start answering the question of, hey, the S&P's up 14% for the year, it's up 20% in the year. You returned 5%.
Right.
So, right, like that is when I think that's the best bull case that I can make, is that investors are going to demand returns that are commensurate with a combination of cash, fixed income, and equity exposure. And if your returns are 7% a year in fixed income and cash, that's good. But investor demand is going to be higher if the S&P is up 20%. So I do think that cash is going to have to get deployed, but it's going to be probably closer to the end of the year, when once more and more of the investing public sort of figure out that, hey, yeah, the bull market is real, the recession's probably not coming.
Yeah, I think there's a lag time, especially with the bulk of this sort of flip to being a bull market just before summer started, and it really became a bull market that was more than just AI and mega caps during the summer, really in the last 6 weeks. Yeah, June, July. So I think there's a lag time. People just who haven't been paying attention off doing summer stuff, even, hedge funds are out on vacation, just like, I'll get to that in the fall. There's still a mistrust after being beaten over the head with a stick for, a year, not quite a year and a half, but 15 months at least, more than that, if you're a growth stock or tech stock investor. I think there's, mistrust between, can the Fed still throw cold water on this? Is inflation really down? Is this really going down for good? Are we really not going to have a recession? There's a lot of mistrust in things that we've been told for over a year were going to happen, or were happening, or were weighing on the market. And so it's taking some time for people to wrap their heads around trusting the market again. And I think what you said, what it'll really take for this money to be deployed a lot more, this record amount of money on the sidelines to be deployed, and not in the high interest rates brought on by the Fed of money market accounts, is like you said, if there's another leg up in this bull market, which I think there will be before the end of the year, I think that'll feed on itself, and more money will be put to use in the stock market.